Well, one of the pre-fight keys for Morales was to win the battle inside. He shows you doing it here, and his power is showing up now in this fight.
We headed to round 6. They are super bantamweights. It is Rudy Bradley in the red against the NABF champion, North American Boxing Federation champion, Erik Morales in the white.
Well, we finally have a substantial edge in a single round. Morales ending his usual number and cutting Bradley down.
2 warnings for holding to Morales by Richard Steele. And Rudy Bradley coming out in this round like he wants to be more aggressive. There is still blood flowing from his left eye, and that may be the reason why he's becoming more aggressive. And of course, that could be a very dangerous tactic for him.
He's in a position somebody with a low knockout percentage hates to be in, and that is one of a gambler. If he doesn't open up, the problems with the eye could stop the fight. If he opens up, he could be stopped himself.
So Rudy Bradley, who boxed in the Army in 1990 at Fort Huachuca, where we spent a couple of delightful weekends for the Army Championships and Inter-Service Championships, boxed under Kenny Adams. Good left hand by Rudy Bradley. He won the national amateur title in 1990, and he's been a very good pro, but has needed a big win to vault him, and he was hoping tonight would be it, and he's doing his best to make it so.
As he tries to crowd here, Morales does not mind this. He's trying to use the ropes for some leverage to get the uppercut moving. Well, we did enjoy that swing through Fort Huachuca. That was refreshing.
That was fun, wasn't it? All the good, nice folks we met there, and we want to say publicly to all the folks that helped us out there. It was a great time. About a minute left to go here in this round. We have a problem with our clock, which we are endeavoring to fix, but as your trusty and obedient servant, I will keep you up to date on the clock situation. Good left hand by Morales. And another good hook. He got a lot into that and a right hand.
He stunned Bradley there.
And you know, all those punches missed, but guess what? That was a good series of combinations by right hand hurts Bradley, sends him against the ropes. Rudy Bradley trying desperately to fight off the ropes and slip those punches.
And he's in Morales' neighborhood now.
Again the hook.
There.
Erik Morales has found a home for that hook. That was one of the keys Dave put in his keys to victory, and it has been so in this 6th round. We'll keep it right here.
Well, Morales really taking over on the inside now. Backing up, lands a nice left hook, lands the right hand behind it, steps back, instinctively knew the punch was coming. He evades it, strong right hand there, loads up for that one. Best punch of the fight as he got Bradley moving back, and just has so many good powerful weapons and like so many good punches, shifts his weight.
So Erik Morales getting ready for round 7, hoping that he can maybe take Rudy Bradley out of there. He had him hurt in the last round. As you look at Bradley trying to shake the cobwebs away, here's a man stepping up in weight, facing a big puncher, and he found out in that last round just how hard Morales can hit.
And the one intangible that was going for him, the southpaw style, Morales has only fought 3, works for a while, but Morales seems to have figured that out too now. Cutting off the ring, has thrown some right hand leads, has doubled up with his left hooks well, and has really taken over the fight.
We're in round 8, by the way. It is scheduled for 12. Rudy Bradley in the red, Erik Morales in the white, and Bradley working hard on the inside, but boy, it's dangerous for him because Morales looks like he's getting ready to counter him.
Well, not all fighters can use the ropes as effectively as Morales has here. He's leaning back on them to create space and then popping forward with the right hand and with the hooks, getting some pretty good power despite the fact he's backing up. That's like one of those subtle weapons in the sport.
Let me correct. I said round 8. I meant round 7. So we were in round 7. Not to interrupt you, Dave, but I want to make sure everybody knew where we were.
You were too busy trying to keep it close, too.
I don't want us to lose our place. Punching it out. It is scheduled for 12, and right now, Rudy Bradley has a couple of problems. He's probably behind in this fight, although maybe not by a lot. He's got a cut over his left eye, and he was hurt in the 6th round. However, none of that is stopping him from doing some pretty good work here in the 7th.
He's coming in and trying to force the issue on Morales, who's quite content to lay back here and try to do what he did last round, which was land on the inside, then spin Bradley around to land some shots. He tries it and gets it there, too.
So you know what's interesting about this strategy? Rudy Bradley is such a smart fighter. He knows he might not win the battle on the inside, but for a little while, he's safe there after being hurt in the 6th round.
And that's good. It can get your senses back. It can also protect your eye so you won't get the jabs and the long-range right hands coming in as long as you don't rub the heads.
So Rudy Bradley has gone inside against Morales here in round 7, a little bit of a surprising move. And it's had mixed results, paid a few dividends, but Morales is used to fighting him. The left hand by Bradley. The hook by Morales. Nice body work. Boy, Morales has a great double left hook, and he showed it to you there. They both land shots. But Morales' was harder, wasn't it? And Rudy Bradley spends the last part of this 7th round retreating and in trouble. We'll be back for round 8. Stay with us. That is Erik Morales and his cornermen. And this was his good work from the last round.
In the last few seconds, Morales loads up on the right hand, the left hooks as he's got Bradley covered. Really goes to work there. And just before this, which helped set it up, we saw the big left hooks downstairs, and he never took his eyes off the target. A la Chavez, a la Barrera.
Two of the great Mexican champions that in whose footsteps Erik Morales would like to follow. We head into round 8. It is scheduled for 12. And Erik Morales starts things out with a nice left hook and a right hand that lands against Rudy Bradley. Bradley, 28-year-old who stepped up in weight, took this fight on 5 days' notice. Will it all catch up to him as we go into the later rounds?
Morales doing his most dominant work in the last couple of rounds. What's interesting about his demeanor after the big 7th round and after good close to round 6, his expression did not change as he walked back to his corner. No matter how good he's done, it doesn't change.
Erik Morales is a young man who acts and comports himself like he's a lot more than 19, both inside and outside the ring. He is a delightful young man, as cooperative as you could ever want. He and his people all are great people, and he's the kind of guy that you look at and you say, the word champion really applies to him in addition to his work in the ring.
There's a certain grace that he carries, and with his composure, that's something that will really benefit him in some fights when he's in some trouble.
Under 2 minutes left to go here in round 8 as Rudy Bradley tries to peck away and see if he can make something happen. And Rudy is in an unenviable position because he's not a huge puncher, but still has to try and make some dramatic things happen in this fight. He came in, as we said, up a couple of good wins over Ricardo Vargas and Mauro Diaz, but that was at a lighter weight division, fought those fights at 117 and 119. He's fighting 122 tonight.
Morales just pounds the body as if, well, if the knockout happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, so what? The decision certainly will come.
A minute left to go in round 8. Richard Steele is the third man in the ring. He's going to cut lingering over the left eye of Rudy Bradley for the last several rounds. It has not been a huge problem. So good combination by Morales. Bradley backs him up. Well, I give Rudy Bradley tremendous credit for coming in here on 5 days' notice and fighting this good a fight, and having the courage and the will and the intestinal fortitude to sometimes fight Morales' fight because he had to.
Coming inside and getting right in front of him. This could have been the kind of fight he went ring post to ring post, and just picked up his check.
Come on, don't hold him.
Work on the inside, again by both men, but it is done better by Erik Morales. 4 rounds to go if it goes that long. Stay with us.